Hi, I'm Jen Batson, and this is my daily energy yoga routine. Starting with a yoga mat and 2 blocks and a therapy ball. Beginning with your feet right under the hips, shoulders lined up over the hips. Soften them away from the ears. Take a nice deep breath in, sweep the arms up and overhead. As you breathe out, pull the palms together in front of the heart. You can close the eyes, maybe set an intention. Just focusing into your breath here. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out from the mouth. Let the eyes open, and we'll begin with tapping right underneath the cheekbones. So nice firm tap here, right at the cheekbones under the eyes. This is for our stomach meridian that helps to ground our energies. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out from the mouth. 2 more like that. Breathe in and out. 1 more time. Shake it off the hands. Moving right down to the collarbones, so you can press in firmly here to that little divot right under the collarbones, or you can take a 3-fingered prong and start vigorously tapping here. This is our kidney 27 point. This is to help keep our energies running forward. Again, 3 breaths in through the nose, out from the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Shake that off. And then bringing one hand right to your sternum. This is to help keep our immune system running smoothly. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out from the mouth. Breathe in here. On the exhale, switch the hands. 1 more breath. And let it go. Shake it off. Hands come right under the rib cage. You can feel in here, right? This is a spleen point. There's another one that's right to the side of the waistline. This one is always a little sticky for me. You can again rub deeply or tap it out. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out from the mouth. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And last one. Shake off through the hands. We're going to go from a homolateral pattern to a cross energy pattern. So starting with same hand to your same thigh, just picking up the hand to the thigh, pressing down lightly. Gets our balance started, gets all of our muscles warming up, and also locates any homolateral, so parallel lines in the body. We want our energies to cross. So go ahead and take it across, opposite hand to opposite knee. You can make some big circles with the arms. That kind of feels nice. Keep breathing in and out through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want to get fancy, you can take this behind you. So palm of the foot to the palm of the hand. And then shake that off. Nice deep breath in, sweep the arms up. As you breathe out again, pulling the hands down to the chest, connecting heaven and earth. As you breathe in, reaching one arm up as the other arm drops down. As you breathe out, coming back to center. Inhale, other side, nice deep stretch through the side waist, face looks up. Exhale, back through center. 1 more time each side, breathing in. And out. 1 more, breathing in. And out. This time dropping over the legs in a forward fold. Wrapping up your energy up around you, and then let it fall over your head. Bring the hands back to the heart. Okay, our Celtic weave helps to weave our energies together. So hands by the ears, and then bringing the elbows together, crossing at the wrists, and just slowly going down the front of the body. Make sure you're breathing well. Again, you can roll up the energy towards you as you come and let it spill over the head. I like to go around the sides as well. Bringing it, wrapping it up and over, other side. Wrapping it up. Take this as quick or slow as feels good to you. And then wrapping the front and the back. So coming around the front of the body, around the back. Think of nice big figure eights here as you work your way down around the legs. If you can't reach anything, just imagine that you're wrapping up all of this energy around you. And then again, bringing it to the heart. Let's do a crown pull, so hands come right to the forehead. This helps to open up space in our mind, in our brain. Going all the way down the center line of the head, all the way down the back of the head, down the back of the neck. This should feel rather nice. And then letting the hands rest for a moment on the shoulders. Big breath in. Let it go. Shake that off. And then Wayne Cook posture. So let's start with crossing one ankle over the other. And then taking your hands in front of you. Palms look together. And then cross the hands. So now it's the back of the palms. Flip the hands. So now palm to palm, but one arm is crossed. Intertwine the fingers and then wrap them up. If that's too complicated, opposite hand to opposite shoulder is perfect, okay? Otherwise, you want to cross one arm over the other, interlock the knuckles, and wrap it up. Nice deep breath here. So there's actually 4 variations of this. So this is number 1. Nice deep breath out. Switching just the cross of the feet, that's number 2, breathing in and out. This time keep the legs the same, but reach the arms forward, switch which arm is on top, interlace the fingers again, and wrap it up. If you had crossed at the hands, just switch which arm is on top, right? So this really just helps us, again, cross our energies. The Wayne Cook was actually developed for dyslexics to help right brain, left brain connect. So really important. And let it go. Good, last one is just to recross the feet. One more breath here. Carefully unwind. Come back to a neutral stance, soft bend into the knees, and we will hook up. So one hand to your belly button, one hand to the third eye. 3 deep breaths here. You can close the eyes as you breathe in, out from the mouth. Again, breathing in through the nose, out from the mouth. One more time. That brings us to our Om that we will take with a zip up. So hands are going to start right in front of the pelvis. When you get up to the mouth, you're going to flip the palms and Om as you circle the arms around you. Nice deep breath in. Flip the palms. Om. 2 more. Breathing in. Flip the palms. Last one, breathing in. Flip the palms. Landing with the palms in front of the pelvis and then zipping up right to under the lip. Lock it up, sealing in all of the good energies and shake it off. Locate your therapy ball, and we're going to begin with it under the foot. It does not matter which one. So rolling the ball right down the center line of the foot. And every day could be a little bit different. I love at least rolling the feet out every day, as the feet help to unlock the rest of the back body. So find a spot in the center of the foot that feels a little tender, right? Needs a little attention, and 3 rounds of breath there. Breathing in, leaning into the ball with the exhale. 2 more times, breathing in and out. 1 more. Moving the ball under the foot just to wake up the thousands of nerve endings that are there. Shake it off and switch sides. So this practice can be as long and juicy or as short and efficient as you need it to be. Every day we might not have an hour and a half to give to practice, so any one of these things is great to do, and you can change it up as you see fit. That's what I love so much. Find a spot in the middle of the foot. 3 nice deep breaths there, breathing in, leaning into the ball with the breath out. 2 more. Last one. And that goes without saying that anything that isn't right for you or your body today, feel free to bypass. Don't do it, right? Take care of yourself and honor what is available to you today. All right, rolling the ball under the foot, wake up all those nerve endings, shake it out. And we're gonna come to sit. We're gonna continue with the therapy ball before we get to all of our yoga work. So ball under one of your calf muscles, hands behind you. I like to bend the top knee. That gives me a little bit of extra pressure onto the calf. And then again, finding a spot that is suitable. You can stay here and breathe or cross the other leg over. Point and flex through the bottom foot. Good, nice deep breath in. Out from the mouth. And one more time. Good, uncross the leg. You can move it around. And then switch it out. Other side. So again, if you want to hang out there for a little bit longer, feel free to join up and catch up whenever you want. This is your practice, right? So do what needs to be done. You can stay with the ball under the other calf or cross the opposite leg over, and then point and flex through the bottom foot. And one more. Good, uncross the foot. You can move the ball under the calf, just waking up again, creating space for our muscles to have better range of motion, as well as for our energy to move. We're gonna make our way onto the back. The ball's gonna go first under the glutes and then behind the back. From your back, you're gonna lift up your hips. Take the ball underneath one glute, doesn't matter which one you do first. And you're gonna move it around until you find a spot that feels tender, right? So it feels like it needs a little extra love and attention, and there's options. You can stay here with the knees bent. You can let that one knee go out wide. That's the same leg where the ball is resting under, right? Or you can cross that ankle over the thigh, and that's going to provide a little bit deeper sensation where the ball is under your glute. Adding a little rocking motion might feel reasonably spicy, so you want to take it to the edge of manageability, but not further. Finding something that you can work with. Find your breath, and let the exhale help you relax and try to release into the ball so you're not holding yourself up off of it. 2 more rounds of breath here. Last time. Good, slowly unwind and switch sides. Ball goes under the other glute, and then move it around. You may find a similar spot, something completely different. So again, take your time to explore. You can let that knee go out wide. That will add a little extra pressure. You could also cross the ankle over the thigh and add a rock. Make sure you continue breathing the whole way through. Nice deep breath in and out. Finding a spot that's reasonably sensitive, and then hang out there. 3 big breaths. 2 more. Last one. Coming back through center, uncross the leg if it's crossed. Pick up the ball, stay with that same side, and you're gonna take the ball behind the back, between the shoulder blade and the spine. So in the meaty part of the back, right behind the shoulder blade. So again, where the shoulder blade and the spine, there's a band of muscles there that if you were getting a deep tissue massage, you would be like, ooh, right there. And then once you find your spot, you're gonna take big circles with that arm. Might feel nice to keep the arm extended or to bring it over to the side. I usually, like anytime I can cross my arms, crossing, right? And then rocking, finding a better place to kind of lean into the ball. And then 3 big rounds of breath, breathing in and out. 2 more. Last one. Taking the ball out and switching sides. This is the last thing with the therapy ball for today. And moving the ball around behind the shoulder, right between the shoulder blade and the spine. This side again could be a lot or a little different. And then once you find your spot, big circles with that arm. You can let the arm stay out for a moment, and then maybe you cross it over, crossing the other arm under, pulling those shoulder blades apart, and again, rocking softly side to side. Right, so the therapy ball really helps to open up our connective tissue, helps to move any lactic acid out of the muscles. So again, we're creating space for our muscles to move better, for our energy to move better, and for us to feel better in the long run. Finding a spot, 3 big rounds of breath. Last one. And then moving the ball out from under the shoulder. You can let the ball go to the side. We are finished with it for now, but you're gonna stay on your back. And here we start moving into our energy medicine, the yoga positions and exercises followed by the stretches. So we begin with single leg lifts. So arms are down by the side. Pull the belly button in and up. Start with your right leg, and you can keep the left knee bent this whole time. Take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, you're gonna lift that leg up as high as you can. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. One more like that. Just breathe in to lower and exhale to lift. If you want to add on, keep the leg lifted, and you can lift the left leg up into a tabletop. Now, the muscles we're focusing here as you lower down, as you breathe in, exhale to lift, are our hip flexors, okay? So these are the muscles, along with our lower abdominals, that should be doing the majority of the work. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. One more, breathing in, and exhale to lift. Bend the right knee, lower the right foot down, Straighten the left leg, and we'll do the left side. So again, starting with the right knee bent, right? We're also warming up our hamstrings here, so finding a nice hamstring stretch. Exhale to lift the leg. You can stay here or bring the right leg into a tabletop. And 3 more times. Breathing in. Exhale to lift. For 2. Exhale to lift. And last 1. And exhale to lift. Bend both knees, right? You can stay here for our thigh press. So big breath in, hands come to the thighs. As you breathe out, press the hands to the thighs, but don't let the thighs move. Inhale to release, and exhale to press. So thighs are engaged, lower abdominals are engaged. Inhale to release, and exhale, press those thighs into the hands, but don't let the hands move. 1 more time, breathing in, and exhale to press, press, and press. Lower the feet down, arms down by your side for our bridge pose. Walk the feet as wide as your mat, toes look out. Our knees will go out as well in the direction of our feet. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, press your hips up. As you breathe out, slowly lower down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to tuck, squeeze the glutes and lift. Breathe in, lift them a little higher, press those knees out, activating the outer hips. And then exhale, lower all the way down. 1 more like that. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift up the hips. Inhale, press those knees out. And exhale, lower down. Do that again, or we're gonna add our arms reaching overhead. So breathe in, prepare. Exhale to lift up. Breathe in, as you press the knees out, reach the arms overhead. As you breathe out, lower everything back down. 2 more times, breathe in. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, press those knees out as you reach the arms up. And exhale, lower all the way down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, tuck, squeeze, lift. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Heel toe the feet back together. Pull the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. Turning over to one side. Coming up to hands and knees. Make sure your blocks are at the top of your mat. If they're not already, go ahead and place them there. We'll meet on hands and knees to arch and round through the back. So as you breathe in, you're going to arch. As you breathe out, you'll round. 2 more times, breathing in, arch into cow pose. Exhale to round into cat. 1 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Coming to a neutral spine, we'll take a side plank, a modified side plank for some side leg lifts. So right hand is going to stay down, right shoulder right over the wrist. Kickstand your right foot off the mat to the right and onto the right side. Your left leg is going to be long. Left hand to the left hip or stretch the left arm up. Good. You can stay here or you're going to pick up that top leg. Good. You'll inhale to lower and exhale to lift. See if you can get it hip height, right? Doesn't have to go, just pressing out through the heel, squeezing the side of your glute again, right? And working with your abdominals, working with your side rib cage here. 1 more time. This time hold for 3. Really kick out through the heel for 2. And 1. Mindfully come back through hands and knees. Arch as you breathe in. Round as you breathe out. We'll do the second side. I will just turn over so you can see what I'm doing. Left hand lines up right under the elbow. Kickstand the left foot off the mat. Right leg is now extended. Right hand on your right hip. And then stretch the right arm up. Stay here, or you can play with lifting that top right leg up. Inhale to lower the leg, and exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, lift and hold, really firing up this side of the hip, pressing out through the heel. Your abs are working, your chest is opening, the side waist is working. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Carefully coming back through hands and knees. I'm turning back to face the front. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. One more time, breathing in. And let it go. Good, let's come to our very first downward facing dog. So your hands are gonna step far forward, lining up the hands over, the shoulders over the hands. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. And then pedal out through the feet, right? Shifting the weight. So the weight should be mostly back out of the shoulders, right? If you find yourself kind of here, bend your knees, stick your booty up, and then press the hands into the floor. So you're aiming your chest towards your thighs, and then drop your heels as much as you can. Doesn't have to touch the ground, right? Be where you're at, because as we move forward, we will continue to open the body. Speaking of which, as you breathe in, ripple forward to plank pose, top of a push-up. As you breathe out, ripple back, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Breathe in, ripple forward. Breathe out, ripple back, down dog. 1 more time. Inhale to ripple forward. Exhale, ripple back. Good, nice deep breath in. Let it go out the mouth. 1 more like that, breathing in. Let it go. All right, second version, you can do that 3 more times, or we're gonna inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale to lower your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale, slide forward to our first baby cobra. Exhale, coming up through hands and knees, back to downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Breathe in, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Your chest lifts, not the chin. And then exhale, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Last one, slowly ripple forward. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin, stick your booty up high. As you breathe in, slide forward into baby cobra, working our back muscles. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good, nice deep breath in through the nose, out from the mouth. 1 more time. Pedaling out through the feet, and then slowly walking the feet and the hands towards one another. We'll meet in a standing forward fold towards the top of your mat. Big breath in, followed by a full deep breath out. Bend the knees, round yourself up to stand, shrug the shoulders, up, back, and down. Okay, for our standing series, you can start right midway in the mat, right, so that you have access to your blocks right ahead of you at the top of the mat. And we're going to begin with leg lifts. So as you breathe in, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, pull the hands in front of the heart. Stepping into your right foot, we're going to take our left leg forward, and we're going to breathe in, prepare. As you breathe out, lift the left leg up. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Good, so we're using our right gluteal muscles, our right quad muscles, but also our left hip flexor and the low abs. 1 more time, breathing in. Exhale, lift and hold. From here, we move to a short lunge. So carefully step the left foot behind you. Line up the right knee right over the ankle, shoulders over the hips. As you breathe in, straighten both legs. As you breathe out, bend both knees. Inhale and exhale. One more. Now keep that back knee bent. I want this left leg working. So the quad is working, your glutes are working, and we're going to bring our hands into a cactus shape to work with our shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, rotating the arms down. Breathing in and out. Good, 2 more times. Keep squeezing that left glute. Feel the quad and the legs working. 1 more. Inhale, arms come back to cactus. Straighten the arms, straighten that back leg. Oh, high lunge feels so good to open up through the front of the hip. Nice deep breath in here. As you breathe out, hands come back down in front of the heart. Turn the back heel down, hands in front of the chest. Keep the right knee working right in the center of the foot so it's going forward. Keep pressing back into the back edge of the outer foot. Warrior 2. Press the arms out first. Make sure that they are in line with your shoulders and then reach the arms forward. Nice deep breath in here. Turn the head over your front fingers. 2 more rounds of breath. Last one. All right, this is our balance challenge. I like to call it Snoopy on ice skates, but we are working to half moon. Don't take yourself seriously. So breathing in, I like to bring the arms in and then to carefully launch forward. Do that a couple times. Breathing in, come back, and then playing with it. If you fall, right? But I find like if you put less pressure on yourself, the more expansive you can be. 1 more time, because why not? Good, maybe you hold it there for a moment. Really reaching the arms out, pressing out through the left leg. Carefully come back to warrior 2. Hands back to the chest. Turn the back heel up, high lunge. Back the way we came. Pressing into the right foot, lift the left knee up, maybe you extend that leg, and then lower it down, and shake it out. Second side, breathe in, reach the arms up, exhale, hands in front of the heart. Stepping into the left leg this time, and we're going to point our right toes. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift. Now this side could be totally different. Breathing in, exhale to lift. Make sure you're squeezing that left glute to support you. Exhale to lift. 2 more. Last one. And then lifting the leg, bend the knee, carefully step back to a short lunge. All right, as you breathe in, straighten both legs. As you breathe out, bend both knees. Left knee is right over the ankle. Right hip is right over the right knee. Shoulders are right over top of the hips. Last one, breathing in, straighten. And exhale to bend. This time, we're going to do some lat pull down. So breathe in, reach the arms up. As you breathe out, pulling the elbows down. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bend. Really feel that right quad, the right glute is working. Exhale, bend the elbows. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, nice work. As you breathe in, reach the arms up. Press the right heel back, high lunge. That should feel really good. And then we're going to come to our warrior 2. So the back heel will turn down. Arms open out. Check to make sure your hands are in line with your shoulders. Pull the belly button in enough. Left knee is right over the ankle. Knee is right in the center of the foot. 3 big breaths here. Breathing in. and out. 2 more. Last one. Prepare yourself to launch into our half moon. Think of Snoopy on ice skates and the escapades, right? This side could be totally different. So play with it. Let it be playful. Sometimes we might fumble on one side. Don't be so serious about it. Maybe the last one you hold. Right, the blocks are there for you if you need support. And then coming back to warrior 2. Hands in front of the chest. Turn the back heel up. Coming back to high lunge. Step into the left foot. Pull the right knee up. Maybe you straighten that leg. Lower it down. Shake it out. Good work. All right, as you breathe in, stretching up and overhead. Exhale, diving forward over the legs. Step back to your plank pose, top of a push-up, and hold. Press out through the heels, feel how strong you are. Working your chest muscles, right? Your arms, your shoulders. Pull the belly button in and up. Really firm up through the glutes. For 3, for 2. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out all the way down to the ground, setting up for locust pose. Reach your arms down by your sides. Forehead starts down at the mat. Again, we're not lifting our chin, we're lifting from the back of our head. Squeeze your butt muscles. Pull your belly in and up to support the back. Palms touch down on the mat, shoulder blades draw together. Lifting the shoulders off of the mat. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, lifting the upper body. So again, not lifting the chin, using our back to lift up our shoulders and our head. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So think using all of our back and arm and shoulder muscles here. One more time. And exhale to lift. Good. You can stay like that, or there's one more variation. Arms out wide, so our airplane. Take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, lifting up. So drawing the shoulder blades together, flying those arms wide. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Maybe you lift the legs up. Maybe you lift the face up. Maybe you smile for 3. Breathing well for 2. And 1. Slowly lower down. Pressing up through hands and knees. Slowly back to a child's pose just for a moment. Knees wide, hips to the heels, arms stretch ahead. Drop the head in between the arms. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out from the mouth. All right, we're on our downward descent, coming to our stretching poses. So from hands and knees, we're going to start back in a downward facing dog to get our calf muscles and one of our hip flexor stretches. So, make your way back to a downward facing dog. Take the feet as wide as your mat. Turn the heels out and the toes in. And then bend one knee as you press the other leg down. You should feel this mainly through the calf, right? So this is our bulldog position. Right, when you feel satisfied with that one, then you can turn the heels back inward, right? So heels right behind the toes, and again, bending one knee, pressing the other heel down. So now that we've moved a little bit, Down dog might be easier for you, and it might feel that your heels might come a little bit closer down to the mat. Keep your right leg down, lift your left leg up, and then bend your knee, press out through the left heel. So it's our down dog split, opening up through our hips. Again, when you're ready to switch, lower the left foot down, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open up through the hips. One more breath. Straighten out through the leg, and we're going to come into a hands and knee position, coming all the way down onto the ground for our first shoulder stretch. So from our stomach, come up onto your forearms like a Sphinx pose. Locate your right arm and slide it over across the chest to the left side, and let your hand be palm up. You want to think of resting your weight on the upper right arm. I like to kind of make a fist with my left hand and rest my forehead on the top of my hand. So the idea is that we are pulling the right shoulder back as we're equally kind of dropping all of the weight onto our upper arm, stretching around the side of the arm and into the back of the shoulder blade. This can be rather uncomfortable, so relax through the lower body. And because we're compressing the chest, let your breath move into the back of your right lung. 3 big breaths. To come out, press into the left forearm, release the right arm, and we're going to stay with the right arm and do the opposite stretch. I like to call this Mickey Mouse arms, right? So our right elbow is going to be at a 2 o'clock position. The right hand is palm right in front of our face. And then you want to feel the stretch through your armpit and chest. So if it's anywhere else, come up, move the arm and the hand a little bit till you find that stretch. Lower your right side of your face down and press into your left hand to turn over onto that right shoulder. So now we're taking the arm into an external rotation, and you want to feel the majority of the stretch in the armpit and in the chest. Good. You can kind of cantilever that top leg behind you. You can bend the knee, right? Whatever feels the most useful and most balanced. 3 rounds of breath there, breathing into the front of the chest now. So after compressing it, right, we like to open it and then re-stretch those muscles. Helps to keep the range of motion in the shoulder. And it's really delightful after a while. Carefully coming back over onto the belly, up onto forearms, shrug out through the right shoulder, and then we do that whole thing on the left side. So your left arm threads over to the right, palm face up. Your chest is resting on the upper left arm. Your head comes down to rest either on the mat or on the back of your hand. Soften through the lower body. And then breathe into the back of the left lung. This also compresses the lymph nodes that live in our armpits, right? So helps to flush them out and keep them working well. One more breath here. And then lifting the head. We'll take that into the opposite direction. So this time, the left elbow comes out, left hand is in front of your face, elbows at a 10 o'clock, and then the right hand is in front of your chest, left side of your face is on the ground, and then you're turning over onto the left shoulder, finding the stretch between the armpit and the chest. 3 big rounds of breath. You can keep the top leg lifted or bend the knee, whatever feels right for you. And then slowly coming back over onto the belly. Release the arm, come up through the forearms, shrug out through the shoulder. Make your way carefully to a hands and knees position. Arch and round through the back. Okay, moving on. Find your blocks. You can take them either at the highest level or the second highest level. Walk them under your hands and then step your right foot forward. So right knee stays lined up right over the ankle. Tuck your back toes, pick up the back leg, press out through the heel, and then lower it back down. If you have sensitive knees and you need to add a blanket or a pillow under your knee, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we have options here. So option 1 is you can stay exactly here. Right hand can come to your right thigh to guide that knee a little bit further forward. We're feeling a stretch through the hip, through the quad, right? Keep the shoulders out of the ears. And then there's options. So you can stay right here. This is a wonderful place to work. If you're rather flexible and you want to add on, you're going to walk the blocks in line with your right foot, maybe turn them down 1 or 2 levels, and then bring your left elbow onto the blocks, right hand to the right knee, and open the right leg out. Take your foot with you. So your foot is in a great conversation with the knee. You should not feel anything in the knee, but in the inner right thigh and the left quadricep. If this is going well and you want to add on, you can bend that back knee with the right hand, take a hold of the outside of the foot. Wherever you're at, another 3 big rounds of breath. To come out, carefully unwind. Go out the way that you went in. Bring the blocks back up to the highest level. Walk the blocks on either side of your hips. Straighten through the front leg and fold forward into a little hamstring stretch. Relax the shoulders and the head. Good, when you're satisfied there, let's switch sides. So right knee comes to join the left. Walk the blocks forward and slightly to the right. Your left foot is going to step forward. Knee is right over top of the ankle. Tuck the back toes, pick up the right leg, press back through the heel, and then lower it down so you're more towards the top of the knee rather than right on top of the knee. Okay, from here, you can stay exactly as you are. Walk the blocks back a little bit. Right hand to the left hand to the left thigh and press that knee gently forward so that we are stretching through the front of the right thigh. Shoulders out of the ears. Maybe you lift the face a little bit and lean back. If this seems like a great place to work, stay here. Otherwise, if you want to explore the other variations, blocks come forward, maybe down 1 or 2 levels. Your right forearm comes down onto the blocks. Left hand right to the knee, right in behind the knee, right and then open that knee out. So again, knee, ankle, foot are all in the same direction. We're just rotating the left leg out. You can stay here. You can bend the back knee with the left hand, circle it back and take a hold of the outside of the right foot. 3 rounds of breath wherever you are. And then gradually release, coming back through center. Left hand block comes to the left, back up to the highest level. Flex through the left toes, reach your chest forward, find your hamstring stretch. Drop your head, soften the shoulders out of the ears. 3 big breaths. Good, moving on, we're coming to half pigeon pose. If you know half pigeon is not a great option for you, no problem. We're gonna start again with the right side. So, walking the blocks forward, our right foot is gonna step forward, and then heel toe the right foot over to the left. You want the right knee in line with the right wrist. Your shin is at a diagonal, right? And your left toes and left leg are all back behind you. If this is not great for your hips or for your knee, you can either come to sit in a figure 4 position, right, seated upright, or you can do that same thing on your back. Okay, great options for if there's any sensitivity in the knee or if you find that your hips are just way high off of the ground. You can also add a block or a blanket under the hips. Staying upright is a nice choice, or you can fold forward over the front leg. And I like to add a little extended side stretch. So walking the hands over to the right, really stretch that left arm away from you. You should be feeling this anywhere from the outer right hip, maybe inner right thigh, and the side of the waist on the left side. 3 big breaths here. Slowly lift the head. If you're on your back or you're seated, you can stay there and just switch sides. If you're on hands and knees, right, maybe a downward facing dog to shake it out. And then we will slide the left knee behind the left wrist. Slide your right leg behind you, untuck the toes. Right, finding a variation on this side, so maybe you stay upright. Maybe you walk the arms over to the left and really stretch the right arm away from you. Drop your head, relax the shoulders. 3 big breaths. Slowly come up. Maybe back to a downward facing dog. Shake it out. If you're on your back, mindfully come over to a seated position. And that is where we are all going to meet, either coming through hands and knees, making our way to a seated position with a block. Okay, so the block is going to come right in between the feet. Soles of the feet together, right knees open wide. Hands can come to the ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe you scoot your seat out from under you so you're sitting more firmly on your sits bones. As you breathe in, you're going to squeeze the feet into the block in between the feet, and exhale to release. As you breathe in, squeeze those feet, press into the block. Exhale to release. One more time, breathing in. and let it go. Block has 3 levels, so you're welcome to explore turning it down 1 level to the wider width. And again, as you breathe in, squeeze into the blocks, feel the inner thighs working. Exhale to release. 2 more times, breathe in and out. Last one and out. Again, you can stay here or turn the block to the widest width. Feet to the block. Might be a little bit more awkward, but 3 rounds of squeeze and release. Good, and again, press and release. Last one, breathing in and let it go. Take the block out, set it over to the side. Soles of the feet come all the way together into a Baddha Konasana, a butterfly pose. Pressing down through the outer knees, lifting up through the chest, and then hinging forward. When you can go no further with a long spine, rounding over, dropping the head. 3 deep breaths. Round yourself up slowly. Hug the knees in. From here, we're gonna straighten out our left leg and cross the right knee over. Okay, hug the right knee with the left arm and drop your right butt cheek down. Okay, so looking like this, we're gonna be twisting to our right. Your right hand comes behind you, but really focusing on, again, crossing the knee over and dropping your right hip down. Nice deep breath in to lift up through the spine. As you breathe out, turning to the right. 3 rounds of breath here. Come back through center and switch sides. Left foot crosses, right arm crosses over to hug into that knee. Left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. As you breathe out, turning to the left. 3 rounds of breath here, breathing in and out. 2 more. Last one. Releasing, coming back through center. Straighten your legs, take a block with you as you come all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees, lift up your hips, slide the block right under your sacrum where your low back and your butt meet. You can keep the knees bent, arms by the sides. Maybe you straighten one leg at a time, finding a stretch through the top of the hips as we just compress them. Now we're opening them. You can reach the arms overhead if that feels nice. 3 big breaths here. You can stay here or bend the knees. Bring the arms down by the sides. Lifting the legs up into a supported shoulder stand so the ankles will line up over the knees, knees over the hips. Keeping the eyes closed, head pointed up to the ceiling. 3 big breaths here. Bend the knees, softly land the feet. Pick the hips up, lower the hips down, move the block out to the side. You can windshield wiper the legs side to side, loosening anything in the low back. then coming to our final resting position, the legs will extend ahead of you. Arms can either come to the sides, or I like to offer taking one hand to the front of the head, one hand to the back of the head. There's a lot of neurovascular holding points that help to calm our nervous system here. 3 breaths with one hand on the forehead, one hand on the back of the head. Let your head be held here. We're going to slowly switch so that we're turning the head in the other direction. Other hand comes to the back. This time the other hand comes to the top of the head. 3 rounds of breath here. We'll bring the head back through center. Release the head to the ground. Release the arms by the sides. Let your body be held here for just a few moments. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need, as long as you have, before moving on to your next thing to do today. If you need to get going, on your next breath in, stretch the arms back overhead, bend your knees, and then turning over to one side. Let your head land on your upper arm, let the top arm, and let that hand come to the front of the chest. Pressing into the ground in front of your chest, lazily lift yourself up. Finding your way back to a comfortable seat. Hands can land at the thighs, palms can end up right in front of the chest. Let's end our time together with a single call of Om to again sync up all of our energies with our voice, with our vibration. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out from the mouth. Please join me for the inhale for Om. Feeling that vibration within you, feeling the space you've created in your body, within your mind, knowing you can take that with you throughout the rest of your day. And finding this moment as a way to recognize the effort it takes to come to your practice and onto the mat. And I thank you for joining me. May the blessings of this practice benefit all living beings. Namaste. That was an abbreviated version, so feel free to lengthen that out or shorten it as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.